Fake records.
What's up, good people? j.cashmoney.
Drum.
Rona review.
Woo.
This is another one. It's going to be a little more like a Corona conversation.
Yeah.
Cause recently, well, we're not reacting to anything specific, but saw something the other day. A headline: Drake just had his 21st number one hit with "Laugh Now, Cry Later," and we're going to talk about Drake. You know, he passed Aretha Franklin and Stevie Wonder. Two fucking legends, right? We can both agree them people are top-notch artists. He just surpassed them with 21 number one hits.
We gonna talk about Drake for real?
We're gonna talk about Drake, man. People love Drake.
I don't love Drake.
You don't love Drake?
Hell no.
You what? You put up with Drake? Is that what you're saying? Like, I mean,
I think
how
Drake,
do you avoid Drake?
Look, man, I think Drake is a bitch. I'm just saying. I don't know which Drake we talking about first. We talking about hip hop thug Drake, or we talking about
all right?
Excuse me, miss. That
right? Because he's got two lanes that he's in.
Yeah,
right?
and I can't figure out which damn one I need to be liking, I guess.
And that's kind of in the hip hop community frowned upon. You have to be authentic. You have to choose a lane almost, right?
Yeah, I mean, you got to be real, as they say. Like, I don't always feel like he's real with what he rapping about.
Yeah.
The music, you know, I like his music. I ain't gonna downplay his music. The music I can fucks with.
Right.
But Drake as a person and his emotional roller coasters, I don't get down with. Yeah, I don't get down with that part.
I mean, so is he respected as an artist as a whole? Like his legacy is going to be that is like, it's going to be praised. It's going to be,
I don't know.
He's a legend. We look back in Drake in 20 years and we're going to be like, he was fucking Michael Jackson.
Nah, woo.
You say that now.
But look, we ain't gonna be, nobody compares to Michael Jackson first. I don't care what era they in. Michael Jackson is the king of pop forever. So,
even though they touch little boys, but it's cool.
Hey,
right, so allegedly,
yeah,
touch little boys.
A whole lot of stuff is alleged nowadays, and some of it actually is really happening. But, but Drake is, like you said though, it's gonna have to be 20 years before people really go probably give him that credibility.
But that's with everybody though. Like when Michael Jackson was actually relevant and making music, no one was living in the moment being like, this guy is a legend.
Look, black folks was living in every moment. When Off the Wall and Thriller, most folks talk about Thriller, but Off the Wall is the best album. And we can debate.
That's back when he was still black with the Afro.
Yeah, exactly. But Drake, I don't know if he gonna really get the credibility yet, only because he's still young in the game.
I don't care what you think about him personally or his personality, or you can't 21 number one hits. He's gonna go down. Look who he's with: Aretha Franklin and Stevie Wonder. He's gonna be beside them.
But I think
when our kids grow up, they're going to be playing. You know how Michael Jackson came out with like the compilation albums of all his greatest. They're going to be buying Drake compilation albums, and they're going to be reminiscing and thinking.
My kids still listen to Michael Jackson.
Well, they'll listen to Michael Jackson too, but
until Drake can come up with a great Christmas album. That's it. I'm telling you. Look out! All the greats has made Christmas albums, and they still are played to this day.
It's gonna happen, man. You just spoken into existence.
Look, he gonna have to look. I'm just
Merry
saying.
Christmas from Drake. Next, next number one. He's gonna have 5 hits off of it, man. You know,
it's gonna be the whole album will be the Christmas of gifts you never wanted.
So your whole thing though is like, I guess coming from our generation. I don't know. Hip hop has a certain masculinity to it, right?
Well,
and he's crying and stuff.
He cries sometimes. I will say that, and that's that emotional thug stuff. I can get that. I don't necessarily want to say that's a bad thing because everybody get emotional,
right?
But I can't take you serious if you didn't came out with the emotional track, and then the next one you talking about shooting up the club, you know, because somebody didn't.
Well, that kind of brings up like the whole like, all right, there's been talks about Drake having ghostwriters and this and that stuff, right? I mean, I've heard these rumors and things, and that completely discredits an artist when you say, oh, you got people writing for you.
Yeah, because you ain't living that life that you rapping about.
And
like,
the thing you bring
up,
up,
what are you even rapping about?
It makes you think like, all right, so Drake is kind of this crying, emotional person, and maybe his ghostwriters are the ones writing these like, you know, diss tracks to Malice,
to Meek Mills and everybody else.
Right.
They bought all that smoke, but when it come time to go see through that smoke, Drake ain't there.
I mean, honestly, I can't lie. I'm right there with you, man. I don't know. I am not the biggest Drake fan. I do like his music. When something comes on the radio, I go, oh, okay, this is
and
Drake.
I think that's what everyone can really like gravitate to. Is like, we like his music. Like, he got some club bangers. They've been in strip club, wherever, you know. Is, you know, is good like house music.
Yeah.
You know, it's good
you put
scenery.
it on and you kind of don't have to listen to it.
Yeah, it's good scenery. You know, like you ain't got to know the words. Like everybody else know them.
Right.
What? Like what for?
So no, you're right. And I remember when he first came out. I mean, I had beef with Drake from the moment he came up on the scene. I think I remember when MTV2 was still playing videos. They played Best I Ever Had, Best I Ever Had, You the Fucking Best. So I remember that video and I watched it, and it was probably one of the videos where they're like, oh, breaking artist, this is going to be the new guy.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, cool, he's cool. And then I learned he was from like Degrassi or whatever. So immediately my mind went to he's an actor trying to be a rapper.
He's a spin-off.
And then I went, I don't know if I can.
Spin-off.
But then you learn, you know, Young Money, Cash Money, Drake,
real credible folks.
Lil Wayne signs.
Lil Wayne, like that was really the breaking news. Like Young Money, what?
And at that point, I was like, so he must be capable.
Legit.
Yeah. And you know, since then,
and he had some hits though.
He did, and they were nice. I wouldn't necessarily say he was like playing up the whole emotional stuff back then.
Nah, he wasn't. He was on a whole different kind of spectrum.
And he would jump on all the like choruses of Wayne songs and stuff, and
a bunch of features and stuff mixed.
I remember Wayne said, "We gonna be alright if we put Drake on every hook," and it was like that type of stuff. So.
And he always had like that little nasally kind of singing voice.
Yeah.
That it wasn't really singing. It was kind of like he was whining on the track like a Keith Sweat.
Right.
Yeah, that's what it felt like. It wasn't. It was never no octaves of nothing. It was just honey.
Right.
And it's like this.
So that was the line I walked for a long time. Was like, I mean, like, do I take him seriously? But he's on Cash Money. But I don't know. And I feel like I'm almost.
It was like he's hood adjacent. You know, he was next. He was like the 2 blocks over from the hood, so he had the hood credibility.
And then you learn his name's like Aubrey. And I don't know. That's
no. We just go keep calling him Drake.
Your real name's Clarence, and Clarence's parents have a real nice marriage. I'm like, hold up, now this dude's name is Aubrey. Like,
yeah, man. But that's what it is. You know, today's hip hop is. You know, don't nobody care about all that other stuff with your name stuff or whatever. But if you making hits, they'll play you all day, man.
You know, I mean, if my kid in 20 years wants to buy a Drake CD, I'm gonna be like, cool. I can't hate. I do think he makes pop music that everybody loves, and I can't deny that.
I don't know if it's gonna be like.
You don't think they're gonna look back and just like
not 20 years, not this music. Like the great Michael Jackson said. I said the great, yes. Great Michael Jackson said, "Good music is immortal." Mm-hmm. You got people that still listen to Bach.
Yeah.
They listen to Beethoven. They listen to Mozart.
But they're not gonna do that to Drake.
But I'm just saying, if it's good enough music, it will never have a timepiece on it.
Right.
People will listen to it forever. I don't know if it's gonna be that though.
Well, I forget the statistics. I read something somewhere. Don't quote me on this. His album has been on like the top 200 billboards for like 400 weeks. Something ridiculous.
But all of that is because this is a new era of music with social media and everything, where people can share stuff and everything. back then people actually had to go buy your album.
Yeah.
They had to go purchase it before you get platinum and all this stuff. Now you got streams.
I don't know, man.
You got tweets.
I don't think we can
and stuff.
downplay. We can call into character we can call into question his character and be like, I don't know if this guy's genuine, this and that. You can't deny like record sales. People love his music.
They love his music, but I don't know if he's getting the sales like back in the day. You know how it used to be to go get an album? Like stuff actually used to sell out.
Yeah.
You had to be there. Like at the record store.
But even these days, they've tried to adjust. Like, I don't know, if you get so many plays on TikTok at this point, it counts
and that's
as
what
a
I mean.
sale.
Like, I think that's what this new trend of like internet and streaming and everything.
Drake is aware of that.
Yeah,
Drake is
of
aware
course.
of like,
Of
and
course.
he probably capitalized.
And other artists are aware. Jay-Z, you remember they did that whole launch with the what it was, Samsung phone, whatever.
With the Magna Carta.
Instant platinum with the album
before it even came out.
marketing. Like why even give folks that same thing with like Tidal or whatever?
Yeah.
Why give folks the availability to get your album when you can sell it to someone and it's only available to that market?
Even beyond that, Drake embraces like the meme-ness of the internet. With I'm gonna tell you,
got to.
The Hotline Bling video where he was doing the and people put Wiimotes in his hand and
throwing that pepperoni out.
he
on
was
that piece.
totally aware of that.
Yeah.
Even with the new video, the Laugh Now Cry Later, he addresses exactly what you're talking about, him being a little bitch. There's a scene,
and that's what I mean.
There's a scene where it like cuts and he's sitting there crying, and they bust a joke about it though. It's like, man, why are you doing this again, right?
Because that's who he is.
He's
though.
leaning into it though.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. I don't think it's a bad thing to be an emotional thug, but it's just like you got to pick a side. That if you want people to really think like the stuff you're talking about is who you are. Like,
well, that's why. Not to get off on something different, but I don't like country music because I don't feel like any of it is truly genuine.
Some of it can be, man. I think
know.
like, look, it's almost like a not necessarily a cultural thing, but it's kind of like a where you are type of thing. Mm-hmm. If you're in like where I'm originally from in South Carolina, there's a whole lot of woods out there, man. So we talk about country stuff. We tip cows and all that stuff. I grew up on a farm, so.
Right, but the more famous a country artist gets, the less likely he's going to be, in a tractor planting.
Yeah, talking about farm stuff on the countryside and everything.
Well, you can say the same thing about rap, I guess, right? Jay-Z maybe used to sell drugs, but the richer he got, the further away he's getting from that.
Yeah, but that's just the American dream. You want to start out down here in the dirt roots.
But I'm just saying, hip hop is more believable to me. If I listen to Jay-Z rap about selling crack, I go, okay, Jay-Z probably knows what he's talking about. If I listen to fucking Keith Urban driving his old F-150 down a dirt road drinking Bud Light, I just don't believe, I can't see Keith Urban fucking doing that with his pretty hair and makeup and shit. Like
now they can't. Yeah, of course.
I don't know, it just seems less.
But I think a lot of them, they still try to relate to that audience.
Pander is what.
Well, they want to relate to the audience that they know are listening to them. You can rap about having the $1 million house with scribbles and stuff running around, but everyone don't have that, so it ain't gonna be like I want to keep.
Well, maybe that's the thing too, though. If a rapper does get rich, they might transition away from I'm selling crack on the corner to I got 20-inch rims.
Yeah, I got the Lambos and stuff like.
But country artists, they don't ever graduate from the I'm drinking beer with my dog and my girl left me.
Because they know where their base audience is. It's like, look, this is who's buying my stuff. I'm gonna keep relating to these type of people because I'm gonna continue to get money.
All right, Drake. Let's wrap this up. What else do we want to say about Drake? You think he's a bitch? I kind of tend to agree. I don't know.
I've leaned off my pressure of who Drake is only because I enjoy his music, you know.
I do too, though. You know?
And that's why I say I can't fault him for who he is with his emotions. Everyone gets emotional, you know. I don't necessarily like all the, you know, R&B stuff that he does. Some of them actually be, you know, hidden, you know. Women like it, you know.
A lot of people like it. A lot of people like it. Let us know if you like it. Do you like Drake? What's your favorite song? Do you have one in your brain you could even pick from, like a Drake song you enjoy?
It was on that one album. I can't remember.
Of course, yeah, definitely. that album. I liked a lot of his older stuff, like I Put On For My City. A lot of it was like featured with other people.
I will say I like the Kiki because we did like we did a video for it for like the local hospital, and it was like a whole it was a whole production.
And that's further away from like the hip hop Drake and stuff.
That's the social that comes into all the stuff.
I like stuff like that too. Actually,
and that's the only thing I'll say about it.
All right, Started From the Bottom was like my shit when it came out. So that might be my favorite. Mark it down. Started From the Bottom. Now we're here. Started from the bottom. Now the whole crew fucking here. I like that.
It was hot.
I don't believe you. I don't know why.
I don't.
All right, we're gonna wrap this shit up. Let us know your favorite Drake song. This was another Corona conversation. We're gonna do more of these.
Yeah.
What should we talk about next? You guys got barbershops? You guys go to barbershops?
What? Now that's a whole.
What about sneakerheads? I'm kind of a sneakerhead.
Yeah, I used to be a sneakerhead, like in my army days, you know.
I think the next episode we might talk about these right here.
Yeah, we can talk about these too.
All right, guys. It's j.cashmoney on drum again. We'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Fake records.